Yeah, now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason, as always. My co-host, Mr. Zack Partridge, in the house. What up, dog?
What's up, Holmes?
You know, it's Thursday. We're a day early today because I
got a big boy job.
Got a big boy job, and I got to work on Friday and Saturdays now, so I can't.
Most people grow up when they become a dad. You just waited to become a grandpa.
Yeah, I just waited to become a grandpa. I'm like, you know what? I'll grow up now. I'll go to a regular job now. So, yeah, schedule might change a little bit on the podcast, but we'll still going to record.
We'll be here twice a week.
Still going to record twice a week, baby.
Blake might have to fill in sometimes. You know, he's filled in for me a few times. Maybe he's going to have to fill in for you. Like,
hey, dude, if you roll with Blake, I'm just going to warn you. He's sneaky good, dude. I'm not saying this just because I'm just a 6-month-old white belt, like, don't know what I'm doing. Like, I've rolled with enough people. He's good. I don't know, maybe 160, maybe.
He tries anything freaky, I'm gonna pick him up and I'm gonna slam him.
He might catch you, dude. Just saying.
Oh, he probably will. We got this little brown belt at our gym.
Yeah.
He's so slick. So slick. He's like 20 years old.
Yeah,
Been rolling since he was like 5.
Those kids.
So slick. I caught him one time. He was lazy, trying to be nice to me, and I took advantage, and I caught him one time. And ever since that, dude, because he was going for an armbar, and I nutcrackered him, where I wrapped my legs around his neck, and like, yeah. And he makes a point. He armbars me at least 2 or 3 times a roll every single time now. And I can't do anything about it. Kid weighs like 130 pounds soaking wet, and I can't do anything with it. He's so good.
Yeah.
That's why I love jiu-jitsu. Like, there's levels to it, and being bigger and stronger helps. But if they're good enough and they're leveled up enough, it doesn't matter sometimes.
Yeah. Look at a guy like Hector. What is he, like $140? But he's strong. He's choking people out left and right. Well,
how about Carl Sims?
Yeah. Carl Sims.
Hug over the weekend, and he's like hugging a stone.
Oh, yeah. He's super athletic, though, too.
Yeah. And I'm like, could you imagine going with that guy? Black belt at Worlds.
Smashing you.
Anyways.
Dude, we got a guy that had lost part of his arm in Afghanistan. Brandon one-hander. Shout out to my boy Brando one-hando. Dude, so Brando, he freaking uses that freaking nub and will stick it on the side of your neck. Oh, he'll laugh about it. Don't worry. We all give him crap about it. He was in the Marine Corps, so he can take all the jokes.
What?
But dude, he takes that nub and he'll put it like in the side of your neck when he's trying to choke. It freaking hurts.
David Balea, if you follow David Balea on TikTok, he actually shows a nasty little way. If you can't get the triangle, how to stick your fist into their throat to help you get the choke, finish the choke.
Yeah.
I like it.
Nasty.
What do you mean, Carl? What do you mean we're silly? You're silly. You're the one that's got little fruitcakes messaging you on Facebook at 5 in the morning.
Jackson missed the beginning. Thursday podcast. Yeah, you missed the beginning, Jackson.
Hey, I had a little TikTok go viral.
You're over there arguing with kids on TikTok?
Not kids.
Who are they then?
Adults that are on food stamps. No, I've never had a video. It's got like almost 5,000 views. I know it's not like viral for my little account with 350 followers. That's a lot of views.
Yeah,
it's like 500 likes and whatever. But it was Jared Cannonier's last post-fight interview where he said he needs to fight again because he's broke.
Oh, I did see that. I was like,
bro, you made $191,000. He made $191,000 in one fight, and people are complaining about fighter playing broke. Here's an idea. Like, he fights once or twice a year. His whole he's never fought more than 3 times in a year in the UFC, right?
Yeah.
Maybe your mentality's wrong, 1. Or 2, you're telling me after taxes, pay your manager and your coaches and stuff, he's making at least 140 to 150, right? Worst case, 120.
Yeah, it's still a lot of money.
You're telling me you can't live off $120,000 in a year?
I could take it. I'll take that.
And the backlash that I'm getting, by the way, for those of you who don't know, a long camp is 12 weeks, right?
Yeah, that's long.
Most fighters, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
So let's just say 12 weeks. And then he fights. That's 3 months. What are you doing the other 9 months of the year, dog? Sitting around waiting for your title shot? Hey, if you're not working, you don't get paid.
Like Sean O'Malley said, man, they got to be relevant. They got to make themselves relevant. They got to do something.
I would argue, when's the last time you've been like, woo, Jared Cannonier's on the card this weekend. Let's go, baby.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not that excited about this main event. The rest of the card I'm excited about. I could honestly care less about the main event. And that's sad because Izzy's in there. And I'm just like,
you know what I mean?
Don't really care.
Like, who gets hyped to see Jared Cannonier? So I would argue for his value to the UFC, he's overpaid.
Yeah. I bet if you took a poll, most people would be like, who?
He doesn't move the needle at all.
What's up, Mason?
Now, do I wish fighters made more and all that? And yeah. But like when he's fighting minimally, I think if you're a pro fighter and healthy, you should be at least fighting 3 times a year.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right?
It's fair. You're not taking damage.
Take a month off after each fight. Dude, get back into it, whatever. But I feel like he's been trying to protect his ranking. He's got a little bit of that entitlement, like I deserve a title shot, even though everybody knows he's not even the 3rd, 4th best middleweight. It's just that Izzy's already beat everybody else that's ahead of him, like Robert Whittaker twice. Like Robert Whittaker kind of pieced him up. You know, and it's like, what if Robert Whittaker's going to piece him up? What do you think Izzy's going to do to him? Name the last power puncher that's given Izzy issues.
Izzy's going to make this look easy on Saturday night.
Easy.
Now that we're saying that, Cannonier's going to freaking crush him.
Not a chance.
And I might add,
I got some upsets on this card. On this card. That is not one of them, sir.
Here's another little stat with
he finishes him in 2 rounds.
He's 38 years old.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're right on, Mason.
But hey, that's fair. Just because he's the B side of a title fight, give him $500.
Pay him. Yeah, pay him. Let him get paid. I don't think it's going to be close. If Robert Whittaker was able to do that, and don't get me wrong, I love Robert Whittaker.
He's great.
He's great. He's proved how good he is.
He's given Izzy his 2nd toughest title fight other than Kelvin Gastelum.
Yeah. I
hate all these people who are like, oh, he's this, he's that. I was like, dude, he's like working like 3 months out of the year, quote unquote training. Like,
yeah.
What's it like if I'm a pro athlete and I'm a fighter, even if I don't have a great personality, you're telling me you can't like do like seminars?
Yeah.
Dude, if Jared Cannonier came to Salt Lake and did a seminar and like,
oh yeah, people would come.
Or you know what his best one is? He used to be a fat heavyweight.
Dude, yeah,
that's lost a ton of weight that fights at 185 now. Like, why doesn't he get on like a podcast or a motivational speaking tour about how much better things have been since he's lost all that weight or whatever? You know, like he has things to offer that he could financially benefit from that he's choosing not to.
Yep.
So I don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad for him at all. You know who I feel good for?
I'd love to make $190,000 for one fight a year. We'd be going to Sizzler once a year.
You know who I'm happy for? Our boy Andrew Mickelson, who made it onto Pat McAfee's show. How about that? Pat McAfee tweeting about our show about cool. Andrew Mickelson. Dude, have you read the comments on Twitter? It's hilarious.
No, I haven't actually.
They were like, I didn't even say the name, and they said something about I didn't even need to know which one was the guy for BYU because they all knew. Everybody knows which guy was the guy for BYU. It's like, can we get any more racist than that? Come on.
Racist.
No, that was awesome. That was awesome to see that one of our local guys getting a little national love. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, should we break down this card for tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's a great card.
It's a good card. You know, I'm really bummed. Or Saturday. I'm really bummed that we lost Miesha Tate and Lauren Murphy.
I got another argument. Another argument with this. There's this dweeb on TikTok that bashes all women's MMA. Like, he had a whole video complaining about Lauren Murphy and Miesha Tate being on the main card because they suck or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not even a Lauren. You know how much I can't stand Lauren Murphy. She drives me crazy. But, dude, Miesha Tate, she's like, what? Mount Rushmore of women's MMA fighter? Like,
oh, yeah. She's up there.
Pioneer of women's MMA, former world champion. Like, probably gave before Ronda lost, was the only person that could give Ronda a fight. Like,
yeah,
Miesha Tate's a legend, and Lauren Murphy's paid her dues. She's had a good career. It's like, and guess what? You know why you put them on the main card? You know why they can put them on the main card? Because you're still gonna buy it, stupid. That's why they can put it on there.
Oh, it's that guy. I know which guy you're talking. That guy's, dude. He's just doing that to get people's reaction. He can't be that stupid.
Because I roast him once a week.
Everybody roasts that guy.
I want to fight that guy. Sign that up. I will fly to whatever state, fight for whatever promotion he wants. I get to whatever weight that skinny little twerp wants. I want to fight that guy.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. Let's go. Let's go.
I hate dweebs that don't even train, that sit there and talk about how fighters suck. It drives me nuts.
What if that guy's some killer? What if he's a black belt?
Good. A black belt can eat my elbow. He's probably
careful, Zach.
He's probably not a black belt.
This could be a Kent pulling up at the red light situation here.
Not again, Kent. Not again.
Not again, Kent. Don't do it again. It's got to be unassuming when you flip off the guy in the Tesla and you're probably
leave the premises.
You're probably thinking it's some white dude, works at Amazon. Glasses, 150
You're
pounds,
racist.
and a big poly dude steps out of the Tesla.
This giant beard and probably the most violent dude in Utah.
Yeah, that poor guy. He's probably he probably peed his pants a little bit.
Probably.
Oh man. What is it? Doesn't Trevor Golden drive like a little Volkswagen Beetle or something? Doesn't he drive some little small car?
Little
him
GTI
too,
or whatever.
Yeah, a little GTI.
Cool.
It'd be like him too. Big old brick house just getting out.
Well, it's gas efficient. He can just pick it up and carry it with him.
He could. Oh man! All right, let's break this card down. All right, first fight of the night in the bantamweight division: Jessica Rose Clark versus Zolija Stolyarenko. Rose Clark is 11-7, stands 5'5" with a 67-inch reach. Stolyarenko is 9-6-1. She stands 5'7" with a 69-inch reach. Who do you got on this one, Mr. Partridge?
Jessica Rose Clark. She's the favorite for a reason. I think it's a close fight. This is do or die for Julia, and I just don't think she's that good.
You don't think she's UFC material?
She's a very good judo. But the rest of her game just hasn't quite translated. Ever since the Ultimate Fighter, she's kind of been, she got on the Ultimate Fighter, then didn't make it, and then went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fight winning streak, including a Lethway fight out of the UFC, which is cool. Comes right back into the UFC and loses 3 straight fights. It's like,
isn't that crazy that doesn't translate?
You're probably good everywhere else, but once you get to she's just not that level, unfortunately. Or it's mental. Maybe I haven't seen any of her fights out of the UFC, but she's never looked good in the UFC. And I think she loses this fight and gets cut again.
Same. We'll go Jessica Rose Clark for the win. I'm not betting on this fight. Next up, we got Jessica I versus Macy Barba. Jessica Evil Eye, 15-10. She stands 5'6" with a 66-inch reach. The future Barber is 10-2. She stands 5'5" with a 65-inch reach. Jessica I's coming off of a 3-fight losing streak.
Bro, she is. I think she's a super live dog in this fight, though. Macy hasn't exactly been a barn. I thought she lost the Miranda Maverick fight.
I did too. I really did.
And Montana De La Rosa is not exactly setting the world on fire. When you talk about her, she's on a 3-fight losing streak. Cynthia Calvillo, top tier girl. Jojo Calderwood, or Wood now, top tier. Jennifer Maya, top tier. Valentina top tier. You take away the top tier girls. She has a win over Caitlin Chikakian, that looks really good now.
Yeah.
You know, she has a win over Jessica Rose Clark, Viviana Rougeau. Like,
where's Macy Barber training at now?
Team Alpha Male. She's at Team Alpha
Male.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. I thought she left there, though, for some reason.
No, she's still there. You know what? Underdog pick of the night. I'm going Jessica Eye.
You know, Macy surprised me in her last fight. I kind of wrote her off because she was there when I was there. Remember, I told you she was one of the ones that I was watching, and I wrote her off.
Entitled.
She did look a little entitled, but I'm gonna say she wins, but I'm like staying far away because I do not think she should be a -270.
Yeah, that's why I'm going Jessica Evil Eye.
Yeah, like, I don't hate that. I don't hate the odds on that.
I can absolutely see a scenario where Jessica Eye wins a decision in this. Like I think it's closer to like plus 150. She should be.
I think Barber's going to get a slight nod on that. So I'll slightly. I'm not really disagreeing, but
you'd be crazy to bet Barber on this.
Crazy at -270. No way. That ain't happening. Next up in the what's that?
I really love Jessica Eye on that. I think the value is kind of a lot.
Yeah. Next up in the middleweight division, we got Uriah Hall versus Andre Muniz. Hall is 17-10, stands 6 foot tall with a 79.5-inch reach. Muniz is 22-4. He stands 6'1" with a 78-inch reach. What do you think about this one?
I think we have another live dog.
I think we do too. I really do.
So Muniz, remember, he's the homeboy that snapped Jacare's arm.
Yes.
And then he armbarred ya boy, Eric Anders.
Yeah, I remember that.
But dude, Uriah Hall's one, he's never been submitted. And he's been in there with some pretty good grapplers.
Yeah, never been submitted.
And if Munoz gets it to the ground, he's shown he's good enough. He'll submit anybody, right?
Yeah.
His jiu-jitsu is good enough. He'll submit anybody. But, dude, the question, can you get Uriah down? Because there's been a lot of people that have tried that can't. He's probably one of the best athletes in the UFC. And his athleticism, his prolific striking is great, but his athleticism has won him a lot of fights. And, you know, I'm going to have to see it before I pick it. And what I've seen over and over is Uriah Hall knocking people out. I'm with Mason on this one. I got Uriah Hall. I think he either knocks him out or wins a decision, can keep it on the feet for at least 2 out of 3 rounds.
I'm having a hard time with this one too.
And I'll bet you he's stronger than Munoz. Uriah Hall is freakishly strong. And give me the value at Uriah Hall at over plus 200. Get out of here.
I like the value at that. I'll agree with that. I'll pick Uriah Hall in this one, but I'm just as a dog because I like that. But this is another one that I'm just like, I'm staying away from that one. This one should be a fun fight in the middleweight division as well. We got Brad Tavares facing Dricus du Plessis. Tavares is 19-6, stands 6'1" with a 74-inch reach. Du Plessis is 16-2. He stands 6'1" with a 76-inch reach. All right, Zach, what do you got on this one?
So I've always kind of said I think Du Plessis sucks.
Yeah, I haven't been that impressed with him.
Like,
what is he, 2-0 in the UFC?
When he was supposed to fight our boy Chris Curtis, I was all hyped up because I'm like, Chris wins this fight. Du Plessis has a killer right cross. He has a killer right cross. And that is, and I feel like that is it. He's stiff. He's not fluid. He actually looks scared to get hit in the face, but he's one of those guys too. Like, kind of like we talked about with like Carson Hardman. If his right hand lands, like you're going to sleep. Du Plessis has a little bit of that.
Yeah.
If his right, not that any part of their game is associated, but I'm just saying they kind of have that touch of death. If their right hand touches you, you're going down, right?
You're going
and he has shown that. But good luck knocking out Brad Tavares. He's been around forever, and he's pretty underrated, I feel like.
He's showing some love for the underdogs.
How big of an underdog is Brad Tavares?
Not very. He's plus 125, plus 110
give me
in some
Brad
places.
Tavares. Give me Brad Tavares.
I'll take Tavares
by
at
decision.
the plus money.
By decision.
Yeah, I like that. Next up, this should be a fun one too. In the welterweight division, we got Ian Gary versus Gabe Green. Gary, the future Gary, is 9-0, stands 6'3" with a 74-inch reach against Gabe Gifted Green, 11-3. He stands 5'10" with a 73-inch reach. What's your take on this fight? I love Ian Gary, dude. I like Ian Gary. I think the UFC is grooming him. He's getting the Sean O'Malley treatment.
It's supposed to be a fight that's supposed to be a test for Gary, right? Gabe Green's tough.
Oh, he's very tough. Good. He's freaking tough as nails. Yeah.
Very good. And I almost would say he even struggles with big, taller, longer guys, but he does hold a decision win over Phil Rowe.
Phil Rowe, yeah.
So he seems to have fixed that a little bit because he does a couple of his losses. Daniel Rodriguez, good striker. Jalen Turner, who's obviously a huge, big, tall guy. Back in Bellator, they fought. I mean,
yeah, what do we got? Gary's a minus 170, minus 185, most places.
I think Gary is better on the mic, and people want him to be something more than he is.
He's pretty good.
Oh, he's good. He's not Connor.
No, he's not Connor, but the kid's only 24 years old.
I know, but he gets hit a lot too. He's a little bit like Patty.
Yeah, maybe it's that Cage Warriors mentality.
You know, and I'm telling you, if he tries to play with Gabe Green, Gabe could beat him.
Yeah.
I think this is a scary fight for Gary, and this is a fight that I kind of think he loses this weekend. I'm all in on these underdogs.
You are all in.
I think he loses this weekend, dude. I think Gabe Green beats him.
I'm going to pick Ian Gary, but being that we're doing this on Thursday, when I make my picks on Saturday, I need to see how they look on the face-offs on Friday night on this one to make my official pick. Right now, I'm all in on Gary, but if he looks a little timid, which I don't think he will, I might switch that pick.
No, he has that swagger and that confidence, and it's good.
I think so too.
Dude, Gary and Weeks gave him issues.
Yeah, I still like the kid, dude.
I like him. I'm cheering for him. And I would even say this. I'll go one step further. A loss at this point in his career would be good for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a kid.
He's
24 years old. Yeah. It's like, what's his name last weekend? Sarukian. He's 25 years old. He's a freaking stud.
Yeah, I'm going Gabe Green.
All right, Gabe Green. Zack is all over the underdogs this week. I love it. All right, next up.
By the way, I think Gabe Green has fought the tougher opponents too, I would say.
I'd agree with that. We'll find out if Ian Gary is truly the future.
He still might be. Even with the loss, he still might be. Like you said, he's young.
Next up in the welterweight division, we got Donald Cerrone back against A10 Miller. Cerrone, 36-16, stands 6'1" with a 73-inch reach. Jim Miller is 34-16. He stands 5'8" with a 71-inch reach. This is kind of one of those fights where I'm just like,
don't say anything stupid. I feel like this is
quite a weird episode. What's up with this?
I forgot how annoying he is. He hasn't been to the gym forever. I haven't punched him in the face in a long time.
Mason should come down too. If you could come down, Mason. Come train with us tonight at Sierra MMA. It's an hour and a half of straight jiu-jitsu tonight. Mouthpiece water fight time. Who do you got in Cerrone and Miller? Flip a coin. I mean, do you care?
You're so disrespectful.
You
know what? My first time I choke you out tonight, it's It's for my old timers, Jim Miller and Donald Cerrone.
I mean, I want to watch it, but it's like it doesn't do anything. It's like
it's just two legends fighting, two Hall of Famers. You have no respect. You're such a casual, Jason.
10 years ago, great. Yeah, great.
They did fight 10 years ago.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm hyped up about it then, but right now it's like, why? Just because Cerrone
10 years ago when you had color in your beard?
Yeah, exactly. Is Cerrone going to get to 50 fights?
Yeah. UFC will do it for him.
You think so?
Yeah, he's
because Miller's going to roll through him, I think. Miller's going to beat him. So now he's going to be on a how many fight losing streak?
You know what? I'm picking Cowboy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, but bro, Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje, Conor McGregor, Anthony Pettis, Alex Morano. Like
he did beat Dos Anjos in
grappling
submission underground.
Yeah,
lost to Craig Jones, lost to Joe Selecki. I'm picking Jim Miller, dude. And I love Donald Cerrone. Listen to Donald
Cerrone's losses. Okay. Since 2017, in the last 5 years, listen to his losses. Jorge Masvidal, Robbie Lawler, Darren Till, Leon Edwards, Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje, Conor McGregor, Anthony Pettis, Alex Moreno. Alex Moreno is like the only not headliner in that.
No.
No what?
I mean, I'm cheering for him. I like the guy. I want to go hang out at the BMF Ranch. I want to go shoot some stuff and ride some four-wheelers.
Screw you, dude. Screw you. Donald Cerrone.
All right. You can pick Cerrone. Pick another underdog. Why don't you just parlay all these underdogs? I was talking to this guy yesterday at my new job, and I won't throw any names out there, but he's like, hey, man, I had this guy in my 12-team parlay, and I'm like, you are a freaking degenerate. He didn't even say who it was or what the other teams were. He just said 12-team parlay, and I'm like, I'm like, this guy is a degenerate. I like this guy already. He's already thrown out 12-teamers. All right, so you're
12.
This could be fight of the night, this next one. In the lightweight division, Brad Riddell against Jalen Turner. Riddell's 10-2, stands 5'7" with a 71.5-inch reach. Jalen Turner, 12-5, stands 6'3" with a 75.5-inch reach. Huge height and reach advantage for Jalen Turner, like usually, always. Dude, does Bradwood? I'm having a hard time with this one. Actually, I'm not having a hard time with this. I think Turner wins.
Just flip a coin, dude. I don't know.
Neither does Vegas because the odds are pretty even on this one.
If I had to pick, gun to my head, I'd probably pick Jalen Turner. But I could see both. Turner looked so freaking fantastic in his last fight. I have a hard time picking against him.
4-fight win streak.
But He's looked good. Is ridiculously good. This is one, if they fought 10 times, I feel like they'd each win 5 times.
I mean, and either one of these guys gets the win in this fight, they're right back up in the mix in that lightweight division.
Oh yeah.
They're turning some heads.
This is a winner gets ranked fight.
Dude, the lightweight division is just insane right now.
Pretty scary.
Insane. All right, main card. We got starting off in the bantamweight division. We got Pedro Munoz, the young Punisher, against Sean Sugar O'Malley. Munoz is 19-7, stands 5'6" with a 65-inch reach. Sugar Sean, 15-1, stands 5'11" with a 72-inch reach. Let's hear it, Zach. What you got?
I don't see.
You going underdog again?
No, I don't see how Munoz wins this fight.
Okay.
I just don't.
Come on.
I think that O'Malley's too quick for him. I think Munoz at 35, I think that's a big ask for him. If this was 4 years ago, maybe, but I think he's already peaked and on his way down. Munoz is. And the UFC is not giving O'Malley fights that stylistically don't favor him for a reason, and this one stylistically favors him. I definitely could see O'Malley not being able to get him out of there because he is so durable and tough. But I could also see O'Malley absolutely shutting his lights out too.
I could see him shutting his lights out. I'm going to say he beats him and finishes him.
O'Malley wins.
Father Time catches up to everybody. 35 years old in the UFC. You're getting up there.
Tapping him on the shoulder.
Yep. Next up, I could do without this card on the main. This fight on the main. Robbie Lawler versus Brian Barberina. Lawler, 29-15, stands 5'11" with a 74-inch reach. Bam Bam is 17-8, stands 6 foot tall with a 72-inch reach. O'Malley, second round. Okay, see, I'm with Mike on this one. I think he finishes him.
I could see it.
All right, Robbie Lawler. What you want this? You really want this fight on the main card?
No, I'm just sick of you disrespecting legends like Robbie Lawler.
He's 40 years old, man,
and he's a killer.
Go to Bellator. Go to Bare Knuckle.
Oh,
you shouldn't be on a main card of the UFC main card.
The second time I choke you out tonight, it's for Robbie Lawler.
Would you? So I would rather see Ian Gary and Gabe Green than Robbie Lawler and Brian Barberina.
Yeah, I'd rather give you a wedgie. How about that?
You know, how about you just pick the fight, Zach?
Robbie Lawler by decision.
No way.
Yep.
Seriously?
Yep, that's what I'm picking.
Oh my.
Am I picking with my heart? Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you are. You're going to regret it. You're going to regret it Monday morning.
I don't care. I love Robbie Lawler. He's one of my top 5 favorite fighters of all time. I don't care. I can be wrong. I don't care. I'm picking Robbie Lawler.
Who cares?
I don't care.
All right, next up in the middleweight division, I think we both agree that winner of this is going to get the shot at Izzy or Cannonier if Cannonier somehow pulls it off, which we don't think he will. Strickland, 25-3, stands 6'1" with a 76-inch reach. Pereira, 5-1, he stands 6'4" with an 80-inch reach. Dude, Strickland getting a lot. See, even Dutch is on me now. Watch your mouth, Jason.
Thank you, Dutch. Thank you.
Oh man, everybody's on me today. I'm just. Somebody's got to be real on this podcast and just call it like it is, Zach. Somebody has got to just.
You're gonna feel real tonight. There's a 0% chance you tap me out. How about that?
You're probably right. How about that? I don't tap anybody out. I can't even tap my wife out. My wife's pretty freaking good.
I wouldn't come on a podcast and admit that.
My wife's pretty good. She's getting pretty good, although she's a little injured. Got her first injury last night during judo.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Strickland and Pereira.
Sean Strickland wins. Sean Strickland wins.
You know, and I think so too. And everybody I talk to thinks, too much experience in MMA.
This is, they're pushing Pereira, right?
They're really pushing him.
And they want that. And they're going, okay. So and they are strategically, they're not giving him any wrestlers, right?
No.
Guess what? A wrestler would take that fight because they could take him down over and over and grind him out.
Where does Strickland train at?
Extreme Couture. Okay. So you ready for this?
Yeah.
I don't even think Strickland has to wrestle to beat Pereira. I think he can outpoint fight him behind that jab. I think he has a better fight IQ. I think that he's the best defensive middleweight of all time in defending against strikes.
Yeah.
His shoulder rolls, those big punches that Pereira throws, Strickland doesn't eat clean punches, like ever.
No. Nope. His
shoulder rolls and working behind his jab is beautiful. You can even argue for a striker that his style is a little boring Pereira, what is he going to do? Like, what is Pereira going to do? If you're saying his knockout, his path to victory is knocking him out to a guy that has the greatest defensive striking rate in middleweight history, you got to take that guy and just say, he's going to continue to not eat clean shots. And if Pereira doesn't land a clean shot, and he's already shown, like Bruno Silva, who's really good, but not world-class by any means, he couldn't put him away.
Yeah, couldn't put him away. It's a 3-round fight too. Strickland, he could easily sneak. He could easily win 2 rounds on this fight.
And oh, by the way, and Strickland could. Strickland, I believe, definitely does have the grappling advantage if he decides to use it. But I don't even think. I think if I'm Strickland, I come out, and if it's like 1-1 going to the third, and we kept it on the feet or whatever, comes out, let Pereira get settled into his range or whatever, and then boom, take him down.
Another thing people
stay on top.
Forget about is Pereira's 35 years old.
And Pereira's old, and Strickland has a great gas tank that he can push a really good pace. He'll stay in your face the whole fight. This is if you want to push Pereira to the top, this is the fight to make. But this is not a gimme by this isn't like O'Malley trying to break into the top 5, right? With Munoz. This is a tough fight for Pereira, and I have Strickland by decision.
DraftKings has Strickland the favorite. DraftKings and everywhere else, BetMGM, Caesars, all coin flip. Bet Rivers, FanDuel, coin flip. Bet 365 has Pereira a slight favorite. But dude, this is give me Strickland all day long at plus money. If I can get him at plus money, I'm definitely taking this. Okay, so featherweight championship, Max versus Volk. We already know the stats. They're 2 of the greatest featherweights of all time. I heard Josh Emmett say if Volk beats him again, he's the greatest featherweight of all time. Does he leap Aldo if he wins this as the greatest featherweight of all time?
No.
Max was like, no way, dude. All those he's defended it how many times? 8 title defenses.
And didn't lose for 10 years.
Little recency bias there, maybe, of what Volk's been able to do.
I think people forget how good Jose Aldo was 10 years ago. He was the pound for pound number 1 in the world for a while, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah, but Volk will have a win over him, and he'll have 3 wins over Max. That's tough, man. That's tough.
Not
what if Volk beats him? What if Volk beats him and he looks pretty good doing it? I don't see that happening, but let's just say, what if he does? What if he just beats him and he just looked good? Okay. What's your take on this fight? Same as the other 3, just razor thin, razor close fight.
Yeah.
Other 2 fights, sorry.
Draw, and we'll have to do it again. Like, I don't know how you pick this fight. Like, because when they fight each other, it's razor thin, and when they fight anybody else, it's not even close. Like, Volk hasn't been in a close fight since Max, and neither is Max.
Are the odds makers? Volk's almost a 2-1. I kind of like Max. If you're giving me Max at plus
160, plus
160, 155. Yeah. Dude, with as close as those other 2 fights have been, Oz, I think Volk's going to win. But if you're giving me those kind of odds, it's kind of hard to go against that.
I feel like Max. I'm actually going to pick Max to win.
Ooh, okay.
Because Max is dead set on Volk.
Yeah.
I don't even think Volk wanted to take this fight. I think he's being forced to take this fight, and I think he already has his eyes on 155.
Could.
If he loses, I think that's a factor. But I'm not saying like, oh, Max definitely wins. It's going to be interesting because the first fight, Volk won early and Max came on late.
Yeah.
And then the second fight, Max won the first 2 rounds and then Volk won 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested on who gets the momentum early and then who can turn the tide late and if it's not in enough time.
Man, it's going to be a good fight.
You're crazy if you think you know who's going to win this fight. That's what I think. And I'd be stunned if either of them got finished.
God, what do you do if Max wins? Does Volk just still go up? Does Volk still go up and just let him go up to 155?
That's what he said. He said win or lose. I'm like 155.
Did he say that?
Oh no, you're wrong. Chael said that.
Oh, I was going to say if he said that, then I'm like, oh, I think I like Max more than if it came out of Volk's mouth.
Sorry,
dude. Volk, he's been one of my favorites recently. He's gotten better every fight. His mentality inside the cage.
When's the last time we've seen this? Like these two, like I would argue that Max is still like top 5 pound for pound in the like. Max just doesn't have a belt, but I mean he's every bit of world-class championship.
Oh yeah,
is Volk. I mean he's a little bit in like this like the Michael Jordan era where it's like you had all these greats that just didn't win because Michael Jordan was there, but they're undeniably all-time greats. Like Max.
You want to know what's going to really suck on this fight? It's one of these guys isn't getting their win bonus.
No, they both get flat fees. I'll bet you.
Oh, do they? Do they get it? Plus, they'll get pay-per-views because of championship.
Sure on that.
That's
I'm
good.
Sure that, I'm pretty sure that Max is just making his flat whatever for this.
Yeah, plus pay-per-view and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm picking Max, but I don't. I mean, I'm picking Volk, but like you said, flip a coin. I don't think you can go wrong with either one.
It's going to be great.
Main event. I don't think there's any secret here. Both you and I are both all over Izzy on this one. I don't think Cannonier has a shot. I think he gets pretty much outclassed in this fight.
He gets murked inside 2 rounds.
Yeah. He might not. He's going to get picked apart.
He's going to get murked inside 2 rounds.
What if Izzy submits him?
That'd be sick.
That would be sick.
A little like Gilly.
Does Cannonier, are we giving him any shot? Could he make it ugly? Could he push Izzy up against the cage? Izzy's strong, man. He's got a strong base. Like, it's a bad matchup for Jared. Now watch him catch him. All it takes is one, Zach. All it takes is one.
Nope.
You're not buying it?
Nope. Not close. Parlay Izzy with everything.
All right, who's your locks of the night?
Izzy.
Give me Izzy's lock number 1.
Let me pull up the whole card.
Yeah, pull up the whole card. Let's give me your like this person's gonna win for sure.
Izzy, O'Malley. Izzy and O'Malley are my locks. Fights that I feel really good about.
Yeah.
Strickland
fight goes to decision is because I don't think anybody gets finished in that fight. Fight goes to decision plus 140. Give me all of that.
Yep.
Give me all of that. People think somebody's getting finished in that fight. I don't think anybody's getting finished.
I don't know. Other than that, like, I mean, I think Uriah Hall has a ton of value.
Max by controversial decision, VG says. God, they've all been kind of controversial, haven't they? The other 2 fights were kind of like
Volk won the first one. Volk won the first one. I'll give
the second one, you're like,
we watched that together. You remember?
Yeah.
I feel freaking fit. I thought I got screwed out of a bet because I still think I've watched that fight. I watched that fight 10 times. I still think Max won every time.
Man,
how about
Izzy, Strickland, O'Malley parlay?
I don't know if I like Strickland with a parlay.
Strickland, Izzy, O'Malley,
Uriah Hall.
I don't. Yeah, that one scares me too much. Or you could do a Uriah Hall and Sean Strickland. Strickland parlay. Because that's got to be good odds. You got to be getting good odds on that one. Yeah. Ooh, look at us cooking up some. You going to give us a DraftKings later?
Yeah.
Or are you going to be arguing with freaking kids on TikTok?
I'll post it on my TikTok. Hey, one of the guys that commented earlier, he follows me on TikTok now, and that's why he subscribed to the show.
Mike Jackson?
Mike. Yeah, shout out, Mike. What up?
Shout out, Mike. Thanks, man. Look at you blowing up, going viral, Zach.
Not like viral for me, viral. Like,
it's coming, dude. It's coming.
You know,
You know what's going to go viral is when Cody has to do a shoey out of my freaking United States Marine Corps boot. Yeah, I forgot what the fight was that we're even betting on, but he's going to lose. He's going to lose. He's going to lose. Is that it? Is that all we got? Fiji, where you been, man? I haven't seen Fiji on here in a minute. Dude, where's Fiji been?
With all these underdogs, we are going to get a nice DraftKings lineup.
Okay. I like it.
I'm liking it.
I like it.
I'm already liking it a lot.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Anyways, I'm excited. Fights start at what time do they start tomorrow on Saturday? 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock our time.
Yeah, you know I'm going to have it up at work. Just look, my phone all propped up there.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to the pool. I'm going to go play at the pool with my family.
Oh, another run at the belt. Ooh. Fiji back in the cage. Nice. Well, you go enjoy the pool. I'm going to go upload this podcast, and we'll see you guys on Monday to talk about how bad Zack's picks were and probably talk about how many times Zack chokes me out tonight when he comes down for jiu-jitsu.
18. The over-under is 18.
We'll see you guys on Monday. Thanks for tuning in. We out.